Hello riders, it's Josh from CycleHunters.com. And in this series we're going to be doing a 2008 VStar Yamaha 1900 Raider. This is going to be a project where we are doing saddlebags, a Batwing fairing, and a light kit. The saddlebags are made by a company called Tsukayu, and the light kit is going to be made by a company called Custom Dynamics. Now, we're not sponsored by either of these companies, but what we've done is sat down with the customer, gone over what his concerns and really what he'd like out of the project, and we found these to be the best fitting for what his purposes are and really what's going to make him happy, so that when it's finished, the bike's made to be his. So the whole thing is you buy a bike and you make it yours. That's really what it boils down to, and this is definitely going to be in that vein, which is great because you're going to get to see this bike go from being sort of mocked up and all the way through to paint and coming out on the other end, hopefully a really beautiful bike, which we know it's going to be, but really ultimately having the customer super happy about it. So when he comes back from working as hard as he does and doing what he does, this is that one little outlet that he gets. So we get to be a part of that, and this is really what it, for anybody that does these types of projects for customers, this is what we do. And as a whole community, as a motorcycle community, as mechanics and people who fabricate stuff, you know, we are all really in this to make each other a little bit more happy, and we get to be a part of that. So sit back, enjoy it. If you have any questions or comments, please put those down below. And do not forget, hit the like and subscribe button. We very much appreciate that. Sit back and enjoy.
Welcome to the Cycle Hunters Garage here at Holdeman Auto. Today we have a project where we're going to take this 2008 Yamaha Raider, and the customer has asked us to put some hard bags on it. Hard saddlebags in the back, and also a Batwing fairing and a nose for the front. I believe it even includes a stereo. Anyway, we'll get around to that. The first thing we're going to need to do is to make sure that this motorcycle has the space to have some new bags attached to it. For example, this license plate mount here that's on the side, it's been positioned over here instead of on the back where the factory puts them. The one problem I have with that now is if I hang a bag here, visibility to that license plate is going to be diminished at the very least. We'll have to see how badly that's affected, but I believe that's going to have to go. Also, these mounts here, these are mount supports for a soft set of bags. And these are also going to probably have to be moved out of the way because I'm just going to have to see how these new bags, what provisions they use to attach them to the motorcycle here. Hopefully, we'll still be able to keep the backrest here. But I'm going to remove the seat, the driver's seat and the passenger seat here, and I'm going to remove this license plate bracket. And then what we'll do is we're going to unbox these products and see what they look like. We're pulling off these brackets here that are on the back in order to make room for what's in that box. Hope that when we take these bolts out of here that we have some shorter ones to replace them, because they use spacers on these, this and this, to help push the bags away from the bike a little bit further. But we will probably not require those. Let's just see. See how long that is. Probably not going to be able to use that whole thing again. But we're just going to put that back in here now to hold it, because that may be holding the fender in place. We do not want that to move in the meantime. I'm thinking about the different things we need to think about during this, and one of the things we have to be conscious of is the fact that these bags were not made by Yamaha. These bags are an aftermarket company. So they always do their best to fit the products as well as they can. However, some of those efforts are better than others. So as we go through this, we're going to find maybe we have to rewrite the rule book a little bit. Now, we need to mount these bags in such a way that they're functional. We want them to look good, but at the same time, they've got to be durable. We can't have these bags falling off while we're underway, let's just say. Come on, don't fight me. So it's important when you make a change to a motorcycle like we're going to do here, don't waste any time in doing it the right way. Because I'm not going to be the one riding it, you are. So we want to make sure it's right. When I work on your motorcycle in my garage, I treat it like it's my motorcycle, as if my neck depends on it, because in a way it does. So don't do things in a half-hearted fashion, let's just say. Okay, let's pull this license plate mount now. You can see around the other side a little bit better. Come on, let's go. Now you see when I pull this bolt out, I'm going to pull it, and move that bracket a little bit, and I'm going to put it back in again. Just in case these two bolts are holding something in place, whatever it's holding, we don't want it to move. So we're going to put those back in again. Let's get this top one now. Come on, Gertrude. Okay, so we've made some progress here. We've gotten rid of some hardware that might get in our way. If we need to add anything back again, we can. But let's go unpack the products now and see what we've got. Okay, this box is for the Batwing fairing. Almost looks like the one box slides out of the other box. I'm not going to worry about that. That's why they make razor blades. Always be careful opening things with razor blades. First of all, you don't want to cut your fingers, but second of all, you don't want to cut what's in here either. Here's the Batwing fairing. Oh, that's got some weight to it. Uh-oh. I consider this to be a problem. Loose parts floating around inside the box. Let's see. Look, here it looks like maybe they came out of this little bag right here, wouldn't you say? That's where they came from. This is some sort of a, oh, I know what that is. That goes across the top where the windshield goes. There's a visor. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Now you can see in here, I have to be honest with you, I didn't order these products. So I don't really know what's in this box. But now I've seen part of it. Now you can have a look too. I was wondering why it was so heavy. Because you can buy brake calipers at the store. You can buy them just the calipers. You can buy them loaded. This one's already loaded. That's why it has the weight in it. You can hear that. All right, let's peel this open and have a look at it. Now you can see this is all natural, which means it's just fiberglass. It's not been painted, which means what we're going to do is we're going to fit this thing. Then we have to disassemble the whole thing to take it apart and paint it. That's how the big dogs do it. That's how we do it. Awesome. And you see this actually has a 12-volt cigarette lighter there, which is nice because I noticed that bike has one that's up on the handlebars and it's kind of just floating in the breeze. So this one is nice because it's stationary. But now you see here how this thing, there's the front of it. That's where your windshield goes, right on top there. This thing is substantial, man. It's heavy. So let's take a look at the instructions now and see what it's going to take to mount this thing. I'm going to find a place to put all these extra pieces of hardware that were in there. That's what I was looking for. You can see here it's got all kinds of little fittings and it's a nice piece there. It's got USB parts for your outlet. Awesome. A bracket of some sort. But you see, these are all raw materials here. You see this here. Here's some weather stripping and some things where, again, still quite a this that needs to be put together. That's what we do. Now, one of the things that's always a good idea, we get products like this and we think, well, it's not really that big of a deal putting it all together, but yet every system is different. So never be afraid to go into the table of contents here and any kind of installation advice that they give you. This is more concerned with operation of it, but there you have a wiring diagram. Awesome. All right. Curious about this thing here. I don't want to take that cover off. It looks like it opens. But we can always edit that part out if we need to.
Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. We're going to definitely get more in depth with the project and getting closer to the final result. I know I can't wait to see it. I am really sure that the customer can't wait to see it as well. But if you have any questions or comments, please put those down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Very much appreciate that. But until the next video, Happy riding.
The whole reason what? The whole reason what? Morons. I'm surrounded by morons. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm busy doing something here.